Good evening and welcome to season 2 of the All Stars. Plenty of stories and narrative to pick up here. Obviously, the first one is, can anybody stop Tato? Can they do it? Well, I'm lucky enough to have the man that went very, very close to doing that last season. So I'm delighted to introduce Mr. Steve Wright. Good evening, mate. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, mate. Thanks. I'm good. Thanks. It's good to get this going again. I certainly don't feel, looking at my team, etc., since all the update and looking at this, I don't think I'm going to get anywhere near where I got last year. But anyway, it's all about having fun, being involved with lads, and but stranger things have happened.
Yeah, definitely. Now you've had a bit of time to think about it. Overall, pretty decent season, really.
Yeah, it was good, and I think I don't know if yourself, who you played first game of last season. I were away at Jamie first game of last season as well, so I don't know if fixtures all follow down the same sort of route. But I think I drew that one as well. First game of last season, not knowing what you want in a team, and then I just settled on the formation, which is it's done all right with me in this, and so I've started using it in another league as well, and. I think it's gonna be a struggle. I think to replicate what we did. If I'm somewhere near winning the conference again, I think I'll be happy enough that I've had a really decent season.
Yeah, definitely. Now I was away at Bison's, so I was away at Tato, and I can't remember he beat me. It was either 4-5 or 6-1. It was an absolute hammering on the first day.
I think it was 6, mate. Yeah, I think it was 6.
So hopefully a bit better than that tonight, but I'm not looking forward to mine at all away at Rocks, and we know what he's like. So
as we've spoken about already.
Yeah, so I said before we started, what we're going to do, we will click through to get to our first game, and then we'll have a quick chat about what they did last year and the transfers, and then go from there, really, I think. If we're all happy with that, I've had no requests for anybody to go early. So I'm going to click the button and see where we go. And it is... We start Drivetrain, so Savage. So we'll start talking about Drivetrain. He ended up having quite a good season in the end.
Yeah, I think he was struggling. You were playing, I think, playing forward across DM, and then he just changed to this formation with 3 up top, and it just really, I think it caught a lot of people, a lot of teams on the up. I know, obviously, him and Dan are close mates. Dan's a big advocate of a backwards arrow for a striker. And obviously, when you're playing players like Delvecchio who can do well in AMC, Scholes, who is near enough an AMC, pulling back, when you look at, obviously, the with and without the ball, as Alf used to call it, his legal wibwob, it sets them up where they've got a lot of power going forward. And you know what? He had a really, really good season, and I genuinely, when we run through that in the season stuff with managers, I actually voted for Mike as manager of the season. The way he turned it round and just became. You wouldn't expect this formation to be extremely as solid as it was, but I think everybody's testing prior to last season starting. They were conceding next to no goals, no matter how many, no matter who set him up. One thing I'm really looking forward to is seeing how Sean Davis goes. I think he looks pretty decent. He couldn't get out of my reserves last season. I do feel like I've got the better end of the deal to end up with Brady and William Vialli for him, but he does. I think he looks extremely, extremely good there.
He does, yeah, very good. Yeah, you're right. I had Savage down as my manager of the season as well, to be honest, from what he did and where he ended up, and to win the cup as well. So, yeah, very good at the end. Davis looks good, doesn't he? Could definitely do a job in there. So we'll have a quick look at their transfers. So not many transfers for them. So they brought in Rakoba, Davis, Gerard, Robbie Keane, and Vasilik. What do you think of that? That's not many for them.
No, it's certainly not. Rakoba, I'm not overly sold on. He's had spells. I think I got him once in Super League for cash off somebody. It might have even been Rocks or it might have been Campbell, sorry. And he's, if you look further deeper into the game, which everybody knows I'm an advocate of looking at mental attributes, and that is weak as piss, in fairness. His stats look like he could do a bit of something. Not a massive fan myself, but when you look at Robbie Keane, who's fantastic. You know, he can do a lot from AMC. Steven Gerrard, I'm a bit on fence with Steven Gerrard, but I think his transfer business just solids his team up more rather than, I wouldn't really say take it to a grand final level, but I think it makes him an all round better side to really compete and possibly get towards that the final sort of phases.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I think you're right. That's a solid looking side, and that back three is probably one of the best out there. Bartes, Iliano, Nesta, very good. He's gone from, he had a couple of DMCs in there. He's now just put Scally in on his own, who can do a job there. So that'd be interesting. He was doing good numbers at MC last season for him, wasn't
he? Yeah, he's very. I think he's very creative as a central midfielder. I've been talking to Smots earlier, messing about with this here. Man City, you can only sign players in season 1 and try and win Champions League. See who can do it quicker. And I'm playing the formation. I'm playing tonight in that, and he's the right of 3 central midfielders. And I think after about 35 games, he were up to 10, 11 assists, something like that. So yeah, he can be very, very creative as well as being extremely good tackle-wise in that DMC position.
Excellent. Right, we will move on then. And El Loco Fire. So they line up tonight like this. Another one with a backward arrow. Diagonal backward. He's done quite a bit of business as well. So he had Olivier Decour from me, who just didn't quite do it for me. I like him. He's normally very good, but nobody played well for me last season. So it was more a case of changing everybody out than actually players that, because I do like Decour.
Yeah, I think he's one of them as well. He can be, as a DMC, he can be a very, very creative player as well. Yeah, he's brought some players in. Obviously, I think what Scott were going for, he were banking on season 3 from his draft and everything. But I think he's brought a lot more players in now for the here and now. Would I be starting Juninho of D'Alessandro? Maybe not, but he looks absolutely class, and I think he always does. And I think he's got a place in competitive champ. It's just somebody unlocking it, which Scott managed to do with Zidane once at Bostock in Super League. I think he played 5 games, got 3 10s and 2 8s, scored an hat-trick in one of them as well, I think. And yeah, it's a very, very creative side. I know he's messed about on a home save with this formation massively, and he said it's been very creative. His front, I can't remember how many. His front 3 contributed about 80 goals in an home save playing this formation. And yeah, obviously everybody knows I like Viduka. Obviously the whole thing about Taylor loving Viduka as well. Good. And I just think, I mean, look at that. 19 starts, 9 goals in competitive champ. I think it's very, very, very good, and he's a more than competent striker. So I think we're going to see a bit of a different Loco this year.
Yeah, definitely. Like you say, he seems to have brought in players a bit further now, doesn't he, where he was planning it on. Yeah, Viduka was unlucky for me in that I just brought in, I'm not going to say better because they weren't, but bigger players. Otherwise, he was going well. 6 and 11 for me. He probably should have stayed and should have played up front the whole season, but I thought I was doing better with other players, but there we go. Excellent. So, first game of the night. And prediction for the first one?
Oh, God. I think we're looking at a more creative Loco team. I think the kit's fantastic as well. I'm gonna be a really bad and have plenty of splinters. I'm gonna go for 1 apiece on this one.
1 apiece. Excellent. Yeah, I think this is going to be pretty tight, this one. So let's kick our first game off of season 2. And it is Drivetrain to get us underway. Del Vecchio is a name that's been talked about in competitive champ the past few weeks. Had an early chance. And another one, he's been really involved.
Yeah, I agree with what Taylor said there. That they're
15 minutes in. Sorry, yeah.
No, I was just saying I agree with Taylor. Definitely a team to watch. I think they've improved the team, looking more solid. And if it looks more solid with what they've got up top, they're definitely going to be in with a shout of being one of the big contenders.
Yeah, definitely. I think he's going to go well this year. And he started pretty well. Henri with his goal 115. Experia, though, having a chance. There's a few people now that have played Experia at right wing back. What do you think about that?
Yeah, he's got history of doing it and doing it very well. That's massive for Scott, though, to be fair.
Yeah, that is. Type insane. Too backward asked.
Yeah, he's right in what he's saying there, Douglas. But I think you need 3 DMCs there against it to try and combat it. I don't think 2 would cut it because they're going to be. You've still got people playing through your strike. I mean, I know we're talking about this as if it's proper football, but it should be that simple that if they're pulling. I remember Dimble when he first came into Super League. He took over Churchtown and he played a formation with his strikers. 2 strikers out to they played out to what would be DRDL, and he absolutely terrorised. I can't remember who we were playing. I think he won. I think it was only 1-0, but he would just. It does monkey with its system. I think these backward arrows or sideways arrows, and it's good. It's good to see him being utilised. To be fair,
yeah, I think, like you said, it's one of them ones that I don't think you'd do it in a home save so much because I don't think it has the effect. But when you're doing something different against other people, I think things like the backwards arrows, and we went for ages narrow and we've now gone wide again. I think it's doing something different. Is that him saying? I was just having a look. He says, I take it he means Del Alessandro.
Yeah, Del. Yeah, I'd assume that as well.
Yeah. And
who scored in his debut for Dudley Hill in last game as well in Super League. Might be.
Red for Cabello, half time. Okay, well, we're virtually at half time, so we will press the button, but I think it's literally going to do that. Yep, there we go. So is he saying Red for Cabello? Yeah.
I mean, and Scotty's Cabello's biggest fan. He looks very good. He looks very good as well in Super League. I think I swapped him with Mike for Shane Tolley. And to be fair, I think he looks slightly better here, or give or take around the same. He can be unreal.
He looks like he'd be a pretty top striker, actually. The acceleration, finishing, the old off the ball and the pace. That's what you want for your.
Yeah, fairly intrinsic, isn't it?
Yeah. Scott says done. So there we go. Excellent. We'll jump across to Savage. I don't know. Oh, he is around yet. Let's do condition. It's going pretty well. Everybody's fit and ready. So just if he wants to make any changes. Henri doing well with his goal, an 8. Nesta getting an 8 as well. It'd be good if he gets stuff out of Nesta. A lot of people struggle getting him playing well. Del Vecchio on a 6 will leave that conversation. Okay, till 60, Savage says. Excellent. All right. And we will kick back off till 60. Still 1-0 drivetrain. Here comes El Loco. Now with both Ginio and Del Alessandro out there. Should create. Only chance again. Good save. And there is Viduka, and it is 1-1 as we hit 60 minutes. We talked about him, and he has got the goal right on 60. Seems to be playing a bit better there, didn't they?
Yeah, I mean, I've always been an advocate of not talking about players, even if you're playing a game on your own, and you see somebody's name, don't say it out loud because it happens. But I think first half, when you're looking at possession in first half, they never got even anywhere near 50%. Didn't El Loco, and I think this half so far for the first 25 minutes it's been 15 minutes. It's been very much El Loco possession wise in front as well. So yeah, it's going to make a really interesting last half an hour.
Yeah, he's gone Owen for Torres as well with his last sub, so that's good. And we'll go across to drivetrain. I'm sure Davis struggling a bit on a 6 in the yellow card. He's got Gian Cheddar was excellent for him last season. I'm surprised he isn't out there.
Yeah, he's very much. I think you like him or you don't. He's not a player I've ever really rated, and he came in for Alf in our league and did all right for a bit. I still don't think he'd anywhere near a starting place in any of these sides, top to bottom, personally. But again, that's just my. I saw that. I saw that, Duggan. Yeah, so Jens, come on, just say, can you go next, please? If
Yeah, of course, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know what I can do here though. I'm looking at there's only one player for me that's going to make any difference, and he came off at bench, and I think he played on left wing a few times, Edmundo, and he did really well. So I think it's probably maybe Edmundo for Del Vecchio at a push, or maybe for Scholes and swapping him with Davis. But again, obviously, it's all up to what Mike wants to do.
Yeah, he's gone for what we thought. So he's gone Cheddar for Davis and swapped over like that. We've Scully to MC, Cheddar on for Davis and TMC. Yeah, like that. Excellent. Yeah, I was wondering about Edmundo to left wing and then Rivaldo into the middle with an arrow, but he's gone. He has gone like this. So.
No, again, there's always things for having faith in your formation and sticking with it.
Yeah.
Which I'm a massive advocate of it nowadays because I was changing my formations as a competitive champ every week. Gets you nowhere.
Yeah, no, definitely. Get something you like, stick with it. There was a couple of the new guys in Super League, and they asked me, any tips, and I said, do what you want to do and stick with it. Don't keep changing it around because you're not going to help yourself. Yeah, so we get to 75, still all to play for here. We said 1-1, so we're looking pretty good for that at the moment. But here comes Drive Train. Disallowed goal by Henry. Would have been the winner probably. Still getting a chance though. Owen at the other end. Looks like we're going to have our first extra time here, but here comes Rivaldo. Scholes. Good save. And we get to the end of 90 minutes. Bartes having a good game on an 8 there. Rivaldo an 8 as well. El Loco, Andre on an 8. And then all 7s and a couple of 6s in there, but pretty good game that for a 1-1 to 90 minutes.
Yeah, it's a very, very entertaining draw. All Drag Train first half, pretty much all the local second half, and now you've got the lottery where extra time begins.
Yeah. El Loco made their 3 subs, so it's just about if there's any roll from Scott. Yeah, just about any changes.
So I'm testing 3 DMCs on winger and 2 up top and 1 AMC. Testing my ass.
Testing for the past 3 seasons.
Again, it's a good reasonable form. It's got nobody on a 6. Difficult to try and do something in it when you've got nobody lower than a 7.
Yeah, just whether he does Del Vecchio for Edmundo, perhaps, or Recoba for Del Vecchio would be perhaps mine. But
yeah, I think it's got to be Edmundo. I mean, like I say, we had a conversation about Recoba, but if he puts Recoba on his scores, I apologise to Scott in advance. So.
Scholes doing well. Let's make it all sad.
And I'm just looking at Dogan's comment there. Best scores we've had, and and Dan's followed it up saying he's been great. Yeah, I think he was great last year. I had him at White Rose in Super League, and it didn't quite pan out. I think you've got to play a formation to suit him as opposed to fitting him into what formation you play. And I think Mike's just obviously unlocked him a bit, and he's done class with him.
Yeah, definitely. He's one of the players, and unless you've got that position in your side, then it can be a bit wasted. But he's got him sorted. Mundo wants Del Vecchio, same arrow. Scholes for Recoba, same arrow. Done. Okay. Scholes, Recoba, Mundo for Del Vecchio. On the spur of opening night, Mundo and for Del Vecchio, same arrow. Scholes for Recoba, same arrow. Done. Excellent. Right. So So
Jens says he's off to bed, mate. If you can just hang on another 5 minutes, 10 minutes.
Yeah, it can be 5 minutes max.
Yeah.
Right, so we'll restart this one. A couple of changes from drivetrain. And there was Rakoba. Was it Rakoba or Rivaldo with the chance there?
I'm hoping it was Rivaldo after I spoke about him because I don't want to.
It gets half time the next time. I think there was one shot in there from drivetrain. It's been pretty entertaining. We'll just click through quickly as there's no changes. Andre up to a 9 now.
Scott loves him. Absolutely loves him.
Let's kick back off the last 15. Can we get a winner here or we get a draw in our first game of the evening? Henri with the chance. And we have an injury. Oh, now we've got a problem. 3 subs made.
Oof. I mean, I know where I'd be going here. This me personally, I'd be putting Lee Young-Pyo there. I'd be pulling Rayad to left wing back and just letting Judo over in with that backward arrow. But he's going to leave it.
He's going to leave it. Interesting. 10 minutes to go. I think I would have pulled the 2 wing backs back in and played one in the middle. But
or at least centralise Rustico.
Let's see what happens. He said leave
it. Scott, love it. Ballsy.
Savage says he's okay. 10 minutes to play. And chance just goes wide from Rivaldo. Edmundo wins it. 120 on the clock. There we go. Right on cue, he steps up with the goal. He got 5 in 8 last season.
That's with 2 assists. Oh, but that 2-man matches are 2 assists.
2-man the matches. So we'll have a quick look.
No, it's massively unlucky.
It was. Yeah, injury got him at the end. Rivaldo had a good game. Assist in there. Costa El Loco. Andre down to an 8 in the end, but he was having a good game up until then. Viduka with the goal for them. Right. Good start.
Rustico had a good game there as well.
I can't see him in there. Oh, he did, yeah. Captain as well. Excellent. Right, so let's do Jens just in case he is still around. So Jens got...
I didn't even see it. I didn't even look in that group pack that went out. I just thought I'd wait and just download save. But my God, when you've got 4 of his best players out.
Yeah. So he has a new formation that is created or has been created, but he said as he's got so many injuries, he doesn't want to start it tonight. So carry on doing what I'm doing and go from there. So he lines up like he did last season. But
makes sense.
Yeah, no point having a loss and then worrying about it. But yeah, Cannavaro, Stam, Zanetti, and Vieira out. His transfers, it was only 1. I think there was another one to go through as well, but it wasn't in time for the first game week. So me and him swapped. He got Kil Gonzalez and I got Donny off him, which I was quite happy with, and I think he was as well. Seems bad for that one.
He made me an offer, and I agreed, and he retracted it straight away. So I didn't think Jens was this type of man. He offered me Semak for Takanade, and I'm a massive Semak fan. I love Semak. And he offered it, and I said, defo deal. And then he said, oh, hang on a minute. No, I can't do that. Which I don't mind. I don't mind.
That seems pretty fair to me. Takanade definitely can do a job.
Takanade actually looks best Takanade I've seen, in fairness. He looks really good, but he won't play for me. So it's like somebody who won't play for me. Semak, I'd probably try and find a way to fit him in because I do love him. So I sort of get it, but hey, it is what it is.
Yeah. So interesting one for Jens tonight. I think, as we say, until game week 2 when he gets his players back, probably have to wait and see for them. So they are up against the Demons. So Dan had a good season in the end. Last season he was started off a bit up and down, but seemed to find something that worked. He's gone something different tonight as well. So he has gone with the old 3 up top with the old backwards arrows as well.
It's not a 181.
So
Not a
2-4-1.
1-8-1 all.
Yeah. So I like his wing backs, Boomer and Dyer. He's very strong in there. Paredes and Hacken Mild in the middle. Van Bronckhorst at centre midfield. It's interesting shout, but he can definitely play there.
Yeah, I'd probably say we're more of a central midfielder and defensive midfielder, definitely, personally. But and Volodenkov, I like Volodenkov in attacking positions as well. But yeah, it's a strong side. It's a strong side.
Yeah, it's a strong side. He's in our group as well, isn't he? So we'll keep an eye on him tonight. Yeah. Excellent. We'll have a quick look at his transfers. So lots of transfers for him.
Yeah, I can't remember who gave him for Mild. It can't be Amoroso. I swapped him Amoroso for somebody off
Franca. Yeah.
Yeah. I can't remember I swapped Taka Mill for with him, in fairness. Oh, Kimona. What it was. I had about 3 centre halves and I panicked. But no, looking at that, some decent business, some players in there that Daniel Anderson, I used to have him myself at Dudley. I think he looks fantastic. I just don't think he ever really performs, but obviously he's got an 81 appearance. Was that for you?
It was for me. Yeah. I quite like him, to be honest, as well. He's in my Super League side and he's doing quite well in there. So.
Yeah, I think it's good. Comandini is somebody I would have liked because I feel like I'm short on strikers. I think he looks very good in here as well. I thought he looks great in Super League as well, but obviously I've binned him off for, so I can't remember what I swapped him for. But I think Dan's made his side look more competitive rather than Danish. I don't want to sound rude to Dan, but he likes to make his side his own. I think he just wants to try and be a bit more competitive this year, as well as having fun with his own sort of weird and wonderful ways of doing things. And I think this side looks very, very good. The only player I don't like in there, and I've never liked him, is Kuznetsov, and I don't know why. Everybody else seems to like him. He's not somebody I've ever really got to grips with, and don't overly like him. Never really got a lot out of him. So, but who might argue with the greatest bloody Rain Man the database has ever known? So.
Yeah, Kucherov is an interesting one, isn't he? Because if you didn't see the position, you'd think there's a top striker there.
Yeah.
And then you see the position, you're like, oh, okay, centre midfield, we'll see. But yeah, he's got him up front with the diagonal backwards arrow, so we'll see how he gets on. And we'll kick off our second game of the evening. Predictions for this one?
I think going on from what they were very solid for a lot of years. I can see a 2-1 Vikings here.
2-1 Vikings. I think the injuries and that might hurt them tonight, and you never know with Horse as well, but it's going to be tight again. Right, so let's kick off game 2. Vikings kick us off. And we go 10 minutes with not a lot happening. 15, here we go. And first thing that happens, 15 in, Roy Mackay is out. And has Jens gone, or is he still there? The ghost of Zinedine Zidane is hovering, is waiting.
And it's got to be a swap with Semak as well for me, if we're going to do that, because he's an AM forward and he is Semak as opposed to Zidane just being an AMC. So, but again, then that's if obviously if Jens has gone to bed. And obviously it's up to everybody else if that's it. But for me, I'd be putting an AMFC in there in AMC as opposed to Zidane, especially with an arrow. I don't think he's
definitely. We'll give him a minute or two just to confirm. But so before that, there was not a lot happening, was there? There was absolutely nothing happened for that 15 minutes.
15 minutes, and first thing is Mackay's injured.
Yeah. We'll do the old condition. 61, so if you go with the old rumours, that's not a bad injury.
2 weeks.
I can't see him, so are we going to do it? So we're going to do Mackay for Zidane and Semak for Zidane, like that?
Yeah, I mean, either that or Jurgen Johnson and put Veron with Arrow, won't it? But I think that's probably the right thing to do.
Yeah, I think that's what I would have done. So we will go with that. Normally, I like to ask. There we go. I was going to say normally I like to ask Horse, and he said to be fair, he would do that. So let's do
Glad
that.
I mean, we're all bloody ancient enough to be on the same wavelength now, aren't we? So
yeah. And we'll kick back off again. 16 minutes in. Van Nistelrooy with a chance. Corner. Veron with a chance. Says Alco, though. We know he only needs half a chance. Bonnie Johnson. It seems to be all Vikings at the moment. There it says Alco again. Looks like Vikings creating a lot without scoring here.
Might come back to bite them.
Yeah, definitely. Well, actually, not as Vikings heavy as I thought it was going to be at halftime.
I mean, obviously, yeah, they create a lot. It shows how little Des Moines had, but I think it's a bit too Man United looking for my liking as well. Is that would make it?
Yen's not around, so he's got no condition worries. So we will jump straight to Demons. Toldo having a decent game in goal. Paredes doing well as well, as he always does. Paredes always very, very good. Condition wise, no worries at all. Toldo has done nothing. And back to match ratings. I think he probably will leave it for now, as he's doing, like you say, new formation. There's no point changing it around first game.
No, definitely not. I just think it's Sigalko in the 3 swallowed up too much, regardless of backwards arrows and stuff. Don't know. Maybe it's just my thoughts, but
interesting that Saeed isn't getting a game for him, because I know he's an absolute favourite. Of course. Oh, he's going for it. Yeah, I think he is. Vodakov out wide left, attacking mid. So there. Kucherov directly behind Salko with an arrow like that. Shorten the wing back arrows. So like that. Is he going to do anything with Volodenkov and an arrow? I'll just give him a second to confirm if we are going to get.
I don't think he is. I'm sure he would have mentioned in that message, but obviously with the way it stands. Yeah, I see Duggan there saying he'd love Saeed if he's surplus. I mean, I think everybody would.
Yeah.
To be fair, I think I've got too many DMCs. I won't be able to do a deal with them anyway. But
you got Takanadi back now. You can shift him out. Look, you'll be fine.
I'd swap him with him for Ericado. I know he's a big Ericado fan.
Yeah.
So if you ever wanted that done, I'd offer Saeed. That'd do.
He says thanks, so we will carry on till 60. Do the changes make a difference? For on the chance. Seems to still be quite Vikings heavy. And there's 60, 61 on the clock. Condition-wise, I know he likes his conditions. They're all good.
I mean, considering like the mind-blowing start we had last time, these first 2 opening games of they're going into boring Super League territory, aren't they? Let's be honest.
Yeah. And there's Rob Sloth, absolutely loving it. Nice tactical battle. Nothing more than Rob Sloth likes than a football chess match.
I saw some of Rob's formations in the very, very original Super League when it first started getting streamed.
Oh, yeah.
And he loved it. He loved a 4-4-2 back in there.
Really?
So
what's he doing? Geo off for side. Yeah. Swap with Meld.
And there it is.
So Meld gives side arrow to Salka. There it is, yeah. Geo off for side. Swap with Meld gives an arrow to. Like that.
Yeah, that's the one. Loves it. I don't know, Rob. I've seen you. Ask Dimble about Mike playing a 4-4-2. He will tell you very much. So when we played, what we're doing, bloody African nations that Woodder and Duggan set up. Mike had formulated a 4-4-2 and played against Dimble and absolutely smashed him 4-4-2. It was unbelievable. Couldn't believe what was unfolding in front of his eyes. It was class.
We in the old Swemp League, we had a couple of weeks where people didn't submit, and we're like, "Oh, we'll stick them to a default 4-4-2. That'll teach them." And I think it won 90% of the time.
yeah.
Excellent. Right, so we have some changes. Let's see if Saeed can pop up with a goal with his late run into the box. Last half an hour here. And to Saeed with a chance. Does Alco getting involved? And we get to nearly to 80 minutes. We're going to get a goal before the end. We're going to extra time again. And there it is. There it is. There it is. 89 on the clock. And he does exactly what we said he was going to do. I could even, if I went, I'm not going to click match report, but I guess it would be something like run into the box. And no. Centered the ball from the right side, out jumped the goalkeeper. There we go. A wonderful. There's more into it.
Duggan, he's a genius bordering on autism.
Yeah.
I think the fact that we're all carrying on playing this stupid game, I think we've all got a little bit of it in us.
Yeah. Definitely. Yeah, that's an interesting chat, that one. My son is autistic, and obviously I work in IT. I play a 20-year-old stats-based computer game, and my wife is an accountant. So really, it says everything you need to know. I'm going to get my son on it soon, though, because when he starts working out the formulas, then you're in trouble. Right, so 1-0 to Demons, a decent performance in the end, and Saeed gets the goal. Toldo on a 9, Dyer on a 9 as well, and got the assist. Good performance. As for Vikings, they can probably just write this one off, to be honest, though, with all the injuries and suspensions. And
oh yeah, Duggan just saying they meant it as a compliment. Yeah, totally.
Yeah, no, absolutely, no, definitely.
Don't get taken in the wrong way. This sort of side, does it? It's but they're done well. Done well for him. Desai doing what Desai does, and Johnny Woodgate's debut. I mean, he looks absolutely phenomenal in Super League for Dudley Hill at the minute. But he said to me, he said, "I've got best Johnny Woodgate ever." So he sent me a picture of him. So I sent him a picture of the one I've got for Dudley Hill, and he's nowhere near as good as one I've got. It just went, "You win." Just like, didn't message me again. But yeah, it looks very good. Kip will centre half, and do you know what? I think I'm interested to see what he's coming up with next time out.
Yeah, definitely. And we go across, as we're talking about Rob Sloth and the short pump Sloths. Here they are. So transfer wise, just Rio Ferdinand in from me again. Another player I like, but as my whole team was pretty rubbish, I was prepared to swap pretty much everything. So it was Rio Ferdinand for Brugg Inc., which people would say is pretty terrible transfer, but as I said, I just needed changes.
Yeah, if I'd known they were available, mate, I think I'd have been in there. I mean, looking at stuff. I mean, I messaged Rob about Salas, and he said, "Oh yeah, I'm going to lose my best goal for it, aren't I, really?" I said, "All right, fair enough." I tell you what, I would give him. I'd give him probably Contra for Salihamidzic and Salas if he wanted. That's. Anyway, I'll leave that with him.
That's quite a good slide, though. That is a nice short pump slide, that. Ayala, Ferdinand, Roberto, Butt, Gattuso, Mike Duff, Ferguson, Del Piero, Sahar, and Salas. Probably Sahar would be the only one that I'd think about changing, but other than that, that looks pretty strong to me.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what I'd put in place of him, in fairness, but if you look at that, the four DMs and the centre midfielder, that's as good as any you're going to see for me personally. Yeah, I mean, you just clicked on Guerrero. Then Guerrero had a great spell for him in Super League. He had a great spell and he looks absolutely class there, and I'd probably take him as well. But yeah, Ayala, I hate him. I hate him so much. He looks absolutely unbelievable, but he's absolutely utterly shit. Although he did all right, to be fair. I think that's probably the best I've ever seen him in terms of his average ratings. But yeah,
that was my problem with Ferdinand.
Rio Ferdinand, same. But he can be good. I think
stats wise, should be brilliant. Should be brilliant.
Yeah, season after I got to when I won Super League, I had him in for season after I got to the final. And I lost to Campbell, and I think Ferdinand had an absolute stinker after I brought him in. So yeah, I'm not a massive Ferdinand. Although I would like to say I would have brought him in, but there's makings of a good side there, and I don't think it will end up as sort of bad as it did for Rob last year. I think if he sticks with something, I think he'll look really decent.
Definitely. Across to Dandies, who had a mixed season, we'll say, last year. Got to the cup final. And just that last, 3 games there. The 2 for Cheetos that day was unbelievable, just when he needed him to step up. And then, just disappointed. And then Mike Savage come along as well and didn't help him either. But other than that, he had a pretty good year, Dandies, I thought. As with all Duggan sides, started slow, got better, and was actually all right at the end.
Yeah, definitely. And I tell you now, I'd be absolutely all over. Did Crespo come in this season, or were he already?
Yeah, he came from me. He's another one that just didn't perform for me. So
again, he'd been on. But the reason I'm asking is because he's not playing. That's why I'm asking.
Yeah.
I mean, just make him play a game, Duggan, and then we can talk about him. But yeah, he's always a thing on big transfers. Is Duggan? He does really well with getting big players in. Lets a couple of big players go, and then they all start coming to fruition later in the season. So I think it's it's going to be an interesting season for him. But I genuinely think they're in the better place this year to have a better season than they did last.
Yeah, I think so as well. I think he's going to start a lot better than he did last year, and we'll see how he gets on. Roberto Carlos, I know I swapped him as well, will be good for him to have that wing backs of Carlos and Cafu. Jeremy's in the middle. That's strong.
He forgot he had it. That's
and he has Veron to come in as well, which should be interesting, where he fits him in.
Oh, Soroczynski, it takes Soroczynski's place easy. And I'd be putting Simkoviak on his side because he's a bit better defensively than Veron is. I mean, Veron's got good stats, but yeah, you put Veron there, Simkoviak in that other side. That is a big team.
I think your head's right,
yeah. Well, you will get him involved in Super League and stuff, mate.
Do you know what, Duggan? I nearly messaged you back when I saw your team and said, are you really leaving Crespo out? But I thought, no, he's obviously thought about it.
Yeah.
Right, let's get this one underway. What do you think here?
I'm sorry, Rob, but I say 3-1 Dandies here.
3-1 Dandies at home as well. Handed off. I think Dandies are going to be a bit too strong on those short pumpers. There's nothing there for them. Let's kick off and straight into it. Roberto Carlos is straight on the attack.
I think we need to don't want us to get us booted off, but I don't know if. Oh, let me get rid of this advert. Oh, and there's
Constantino after 12 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah, absolute. Oh,
and there's 2, Soroczynski.
Well, that's Veron's not getting in, is it?
No, that's it. Roberto Carlos all over it as well, which is very disappointing for me to see. Shevchenko with a chance as well. Constantine with a chance.
There we go. Anyway, I'll get rid of that so they don't kick us off YouTube.
They're back in it. So that's on 40 minutes. Makes it 2-1. This has been a good after a couple of chess match games. We get a more open one, and we're going in at half time at 2-1 Dandies. Dandies, 6 shots on goal, 5 on target. Very good. Short pump though, 3. The 1 on target went in as well. Shitos, who's still out there, even though his poor performances last year.
Argel has really come to the fore, hasn't he, in other competitive champ leagues. And this one, he's good player. Really good. He's not somebody I would ever overly a massive fan of, and he's looked far better in different saves, but it's you can't knock it. I mean, to be fair, it's messing with me had Samuel been on right, but you know, that's just
yeah, and he's getting a 6 as well. So, especially as they're the wrong. Who else was playing somebody the wrong way around? Oh, Tato. I took Mourinho off him, the Brazilian centre back, and I messaged him and said, "What side do you play him?" And he was like, "Oh, I don't think it matters." And I was like, "Oh, okay, that's something I think about."
yeah, I love Mourinho. It really came to the fore when early days of Super League, and he were playing for the Gazelles, who Duggan ended up taking over when Craig was still involved, and he just dropped Ferdinand because he was being crap, and he put Mourinho in, and he had about 7-8s in a row or something like that. I really like him, great player.
Yeah, there's your problem.
That's definitely a Rob thing. The one thing I'm not surprised about is Ferguson slightly moving to the left, Gattuso coming up at the side of him. I rode to AMC off Baz Ferguson, but like doing it on his own. But that's more the Rob we know and love.
Yeah, that's it. So we will kick off the second half here. Duggan went as is. Pretty happy with what's going on. And we knew it's 60 already. Del Piero just wide. And we get spot on 60. I'll go on a 9 now, yeah. Playing very well. Samuel up to a 7. Constantino a 9 as well. I don't think he's going to change anything yet.
No, I see Jeremy's is doing all right as well. When we're talking about Vecchio earlier.
Yeah. What's he? Yeah, 797. There you go. Pretty good. Last.
Great player. Great player.
And we'll just have a look at conditions. Nothing to worry about.
Yeah, one player.
As he's been Duggan. Yeah, that's what we thought we'd say. And Rob is going. Oh,
are you mental, Rob?
Interesting.
He's nice, isn't me? You know, I can't let you have Salas. He's my only goal threat.
And he takes him off after scoring a goal.
Scored a goal, you're taking him off. Straight back in your DMs tomorrow, mate. We'll chat about that.
So I'm reading that as Kesman for Salas, Guerrero on for Del Piero, 2 up. So that, are we saying?
I mean, in AMC, it'd be Guerrero and no arrow for me, but Rob's his own man. He's a maverick. He's a maverick.
He said, he says lovely. He's happy with that. So we will stick with that. Oliver Kahn now in as captain. And last half an hour. I'm going to all eat our words when Kesman smashes in the equaliser.
Always looks amazing, doesn't he?
Yeah. He's another one that I think if he was an FC opposed to a SC, he might get a lot more games at the AMC position, I think.
Yeah, probably so.
And there is Guerrero, who makes it 2-2.
I'm sorry, Doug.
And what do we know about this game? Kesman with his chance to win it, corner. See Roberto with a chance.
I like talking about singular players anymore.
No.
I've ruined Baduka scoring, Guerrero scoring. I'm not doing it.
The last minute chance, see Roberto comes to nothing, and it looks like we're going to extra time again. And we are indeed going to extra time. It is 2-2 here, and short pump after the break. Absolutely brilliant. And Kesman come on, got an 8. Guerrero on 7 on the ball.
He's surely got an assist there to get that 8 then.
As is from Rob. The assist, no.
You keep on.
6 passes, 6 complete, 2 of them key, and 1 shot on target. That's a generous 8.
Very generous. I think I'd seen him come on in Super League once, and he had 1 attempted pass, didn't complete it, and I think he got a 7 or an 8. We were proper weird.
No fouls or anything. No. 1 interception. There you go. Perhaps that was it. As is from Rob, cross to Dandies. Condition-wise, all good. We didn't think he was going to make any changes. Is he now? What's he got on the bench? Ronaldo on the bench? Perhaps a back? Or Shevchenko?
I mean, he might as well all go Lippmann in, hadn't he? And just get him on.
Yeah. Back in Shevchenko for Ronaldo and Lippmann, I reckon.
Yeah, it's typical of Duggan, though, that, isn't it? You look at that, that's a great 11. And then look at his bench is lacking, isn't it? That's...
Send wing backs up a notch. Yeah. Drop Sheva back for back and go back for Ronaldo.
Someone's playing that for a draw.
Yeah. Go back for Ronaldo. Cabasio for Centeco. Like that. Just want to confirm that, Doug, and there was a few changes in there. Just make sure I read that right. I didn't know if you wanted Shevchenko and Ronaldo at AMC. Just let us know.
I think I got same from that minute, to be fair, but...
Yeah, we'll just go. Yep, excellent. Right, yeah, defensive change there. Simfoviak coming off. And we will kick off extra time. And focusing on the chance. And after talking about him as well, our girl on a 9 is coming off injured. Ooh, not really a centre-back on the bench either.
Bloody hell.
And there's where the bench is.
I mean, it's Rovneko and just Cafu.
Yeah.
Is Cafu probably the best defensive player? You would have thought.
14 heading, yeah, he probably is. Pace, yeah.
Yeah.
Value, of course, yes.
Did you get by? Yeah. Supposed to know about this game. Forget that the bloody centre half.
Yeah.
It looks okay for a season 1 version as well. So season 2 version, you can take 2 or 3 seasons to get in double digits near enough everywhere.
Couple of seasons in though, he is fantastic, isn't he? He's really, really good.
I absolutely love him.
Yeah. Excellent. We will carry on.
I'm surprised he didn't go Lippmann if we were doing that change, though, to be fair.
Yeah.
He's a left-right player from Neko, isn't he? That's the game.
Yeah, I normally play him as wing-back if I have him, but there we go. He's got the 2 defensive MCs. See Roberto mic'd up with a chance, just wide.
I always hear that. I saw Sorochiski's name in short pumps colours. I hate that. See your own players in their colours. It's...
Oh, no match report. Interesting. Okay, so we'll just click through as we said because it's no changes at the end of this one. Sub's doing the business for Sloths.
Yeah, looking at Dandy's stats, they're on top. They've got more 8s and stuff, but
14 shots on goal by short pump players.
Yeah,
So, right, kick off last.
He's probably got his keeper in his centre half on long shots fell off. So,
Kesman, we get to 112. We're going to get our first draw of the evening. Looks like it. Yeah, there we go. 2-2 first game. Both be pretty happy with that, I should think. Shot pump 16 shots on the end, only 6 on target out of them, though. Argyle still got man the match, do he? Looks like it. Can't have a good game. Just quickly get the stats.
Yeah, he's gone back up to 9 there, hasn't he? I think, to be fair, I think he would a class game, in fairness. But yeah, Gattuso had a good game. Nicky, I'm just looking at Nicky Butt must have done some stuff there because he's won 11 out of 17 tackles. Gattuso's won 5 out of 8. Ferdinand's won 6 out of 8. And Gattuso's just like, yeah, I'm on an 8 here.
Yeah.
So
yeah, Nicky Butt. Passing wise, good. Tackles pretty good. Yeah. He didn't win a single header, but there we go.
Probably. But Gattuso only won 1 out of 2. But no, I think it's a really good game. Again, entertaining draw. That is probably the most entertaining game we've seen so far.
What we got left? Should we do? We'll do Tato and Dimble, and then we'll do our games last. So as for Pelham, Luke Chadwick, Saviola from me, Ortega, and Patsalogu. Pretty big names coming in there for Dimble.
Yeah, I mean, three of them are good, very good players. Obviously, Chadwick, I know he really likes Chadwick. I think, what was I swapping for? I think I was watching for Serginho. Like early days, I didn't, when I was letting George Arts go, and then all of a sudden I've ended up with bloody, after I sorted that transfer out, I ended up with Lizarazu and Serginho. Got Serginho, ended up with Lizarazu and Arca as well. So I've got loads of DML options now. But yeah, he's brought some, a dangerous side has brought in some more dangerous players. Pasoglu is, I really rate him, good player. Ortega and Saviola speak for themselves. So yeah, he'll be looking to push on a bit and hopefully try and get himself somewhere near. But he's fallen into the trap of copying every fucker else, hasn't he? So.
Yeah. That's it. Yeah, everybody's going for this at the moment, but that is how he lines up. Looks pretty strong to me. Agahawa, Dilson, Morientes on the bench, pretty strong bench as well. Khladze on the bench. Yeah, it's a strong side there. And he plays against the Bisons, who made 4 signings. Taram, Anelka, Zialis, which is a very good signing, and Sorenchinsky.
Yeah, Swiatkowski is a big favourite of Tato's, and he looks very good in a lot of times. He looked very good in small horse for him, and he played him at AMC and he did massively well. But he looks shit there. So, no, he don't actually. Look, his right hand column looks good. Left hand column looks good. He's not going to play. Let's be honest. I know he's probably put him on bench, but he's not going to play.
With Marquez as well. Yeah.
Marquez for me, better option. So I want bench than Swiatkowski. He's how did he do for him last season?
He was good. Yeah, he was good when he came in. 8 and 9. Yeah.
It's been his tactic for all 36 game weeks. Yeah, sorry, mate. I didn't pay that much. I didn't pay that much attention. I'm probably too drunk to pay that much attention. You know what I'm like. Yeah, big call bringing an Elker in. Rossini were very good for him. I do think he's lacking. Rossini were okay. Pierre did very well. I don't think Rossini were as good as he might have expected because 23 and 46. But I think it's one of them where he's taking a big risk on an Elka, but he'll either pay off massively or fall off a cliff. There'll be no in between with it.
Yeah.
So
definitely. So Campbell's captain. Yeah, I'm sure he'll be fine. Right, this is going to be a tight one, I think. What do you think here?
yeah, true. 2-1 Domingo.
2-1 Domingo. As they're at home, yeah, I think they're going to be pretty strong. And Pelham start the game. But the first shot, Robin, 4 minutes in, gets the goal.
Lovely away kit at Pelham's as well. I can't remember seeing that.
Sorry?
Lovely away kit at Pelham's as well. I
Yeah,
can't
very
remember
nice.
seeing that.
Beckham with the chance here. Rossini just over. 20
I said Mark is 7 in 2 games and then weird cups. All right, that's fair.
1-1. Both AMCs getting the goals. Ronaldinho on 29 has got one back.
So early doors then, Dan, there's a question. Early doors in the save, so we're second season in a save. Would you play Robin at AMC or left wing?
I've always played him left wing. I've never played him AMC, although he does all right. Home saves, I tend to play a weird kind of 3 behind 1 striker, so the left-hand side of the 3 AMCs, he does well at. But yeah, it'll always be winger for me. But if you've got Giggs in your side, difficult to put him in there.
You should just sell him to the Steam Pigs.
Yeah. So 1-1 at half time. Pelham scoring with their only attempt. Other than that, Robin doing well, CRS doing well, and we'll see any changes.
I'm really surprised that we're only just starting the second season, and Zay Ellis is on his 3rd club.
Yes,
I made a big risk by selling him to Rocks, but I thought I got a reasonable deal for it, and look at that. But Rocks is not worried about throwing his bollocks in for a transfer. In fairness, but he's class. He's
asked for the strikers to be swapped around, so we'll do that.
Oh, look him doing his best Ian Campbell impression. So he used to be a haggis lover. I think we all did when we first coming in at Super League. We're all mid-Lobian or haggis lovers.
Good old haggis. And no changes from Dimble, so I think we're going to kick off second half. 1-1 here. So the big header guy. Okay. He's not worried about his centre-backs positions, but his strikers, he's got them set up different. That's interesting. Here we go. Second half. 50 already. 55. We started strong, but here we Ronaldinho with a chance, and Nelka, Rossini, and 60 minutes on the clock, and both strikers on 6s. But other than that, everybody else doing okay in there. So Campbell having a good game. Tomasi, who was very good last season, 8-3-3. Yeah, very good.
Yeah, I love Tomasi. Love him. He's class. I got rid of my first season in Super League. Rob came to me and he wanted Francesco Totti off me, and I couldn't get him working. And he said, "What do you want for him?" I said, "Tomasi." And I think I had him and Davids at centre DMC. I still did shit, so it was a bad call. But I think with an arrow, he's very creative, isn't he? I think that's his thing. So I think he needs to stop being a bit soft and put him up for transfer. Actually, he's best of his 3 DMCs that he's got, in fairness, isn't he? I mean, the fact that he's playing bloody Portuguese Petit shows that he's... Is Mendieta injured, suspended then?
No, I took Mendieta off him, so Endai he's got in there, who's injured at the moment.
I mean, to be fair, I would probably play NDI there as opposed to the Elias with the arrow, because he can be quite creative himself a little bit, just pop up with assists. So that's a big call, though, that.
Yeah, both strikers off. We'll go across to Pelham.
I mean, to be fair, gets an injury now, and that's it.
As for Pelham, Ronaldinho on an 8, everybody else 6s. He's got a few options on the bench.
Yeah, I think he's already injured. I don't know if that's...
Condition-wise, it was only Joe Cole on 83. Everybody else okay. Perhaps Agahawa for Joe Cole.
Yeah, I don't know. He said no changes at 10:06, and then Tato coming at 10:06 with his swapping his strike. Oh, yeah.
That was half time, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, that's. I'm just looking at the time stamping it.
Here we go. Cladze for Petit and swap with Vogel. Yeah, that makes sense for me. Oh no. Is that right? Yeah. Cladze for Petit and swap with Vogel. That's it. Yeah. And like that. Is that how you're reading it? It's the fact that Tato's got a petite as well. That's just, the fact that Tato's got a petite as well that just threw me there. That's it. Yep. Excellent. And we will carry on till the end of this one. Here with the chance. Tiger. And there it is. Ronaldinho gets his second. And it is 2-1 to Pelham. Ronaldinho very good last year and carrying on as well.
This game's from 2001, 2002.
Was Ronaldinho number 1 pick? I can't remember. No, it was Roberts and Roberto, wasn't it?
Yeah. He's got to have been Dimble's number 1 pick, hasn't he?
Yeah. And we get towards the end, and there it is, and it is 2-1 to Pelham, an opening day defeat for Tato, who, wow.
Well, just sprayed it from everywhere. Another one, like Rob, he's got his centre halves on long shot. But for these little lads just come down and seen Ronaldinho score his second, he said, "Oh, is that when he were at PSG?" Yeah, it was. So he knows more about football nowadays than I do.
That's very true.
But yeah, that's massively. But Paliuk got a 5 or a 4.
6. So it was interesting because he only had 2 shots on goal and he conceded them both. So
yeah, it's
Stats wise, just have a look. 2 assists for Ortega in there, who end up on an 8. Seems like a bit of a harsh 8 for 2 assists. And just across to Domingo, because I know Tato likes to look at these. Robin did well. So Ellis on a 9 as well, doing very well. 11 tackles, 9 completed. Excellent. And that takes us to Reigns versus Gators. So Brox is playing this, what he says is the #0B DMC. So is that 8? And lines up.
It's working for him in other leagues, mate.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, he's an absolutely massive. I mean, them 3 centre defensive midfielders there. Juan Gomez, we all sort of half knew of, he was reasonable, but Schmuck and Charlie Chaos, people that he's brought to light of everybody. I mean, look at him. He shouldn't be as good as he is.
No.
He's got a few right numbers in right places, but he can't tackle for a start. And then
a 7 as a DMC.
Yeah, and I'm sure Charlie Chaos is similar in terms of. Oh no, he's really good with tackling and stuff, but he can't do what else. But he just posts numbers. It's just again, Rox. I think I think between Rox and Dan, I think they're the two people that just know this game like back of their hands. And yeah, Vieira, he loves Vieira. Your main striker scoring 14 and 31. Would you try cash him in to try and get something else? Maybe. Don't know. But no,
Yeah, if you're going so defensive, though, I think you've got to have the big one up front, and your
definitely
most valuable player's got to be that striker, hasn't he?
Yeah, definitely. You look at the front three. You've probably got George House in that defensive line, what you said, probably be a starter in anybody's side or give a tech. His centre halves, Montero would start for probably most people. Cordoba certainly won't. But Cordoba's a very, very, very good player. I really rate him. But it's just throwing his hat on players he loves. And do you know what? If it gets see, you got Kuzny.
Yep.
You got Zauri, who's not star.
Yeah. You go for that. If you were to pick that side, like when I look at it, it'd be completely different to what he puts out.
Yeah, especially in that formation that he's picked, it'd be unbelievably different. But it's Robson
goes in there, not getting a game.
Who's anyway? Kufri always looked class, but he's always crap. He's I don't know. There's something about him, but he's not. He had one good season in Super League, I think, for Roger. He always looks really good but again, he's got Solis playing DMR where
you've got Zari sat there. Bizarre, but you watch him hammer me 5 or 6-0 and we were. So that takes the cost of my Gators. Now I did quite a few transfers, just trying to freshen it up really with more than anything else in there, and that has left me like this.
I think in the main of looking at your deals there, mate, looking at where you are, that's it. So I mean, look at Mpenza, Clive, Mendia, Mourinho for me, and Brugink. They're all top level competitive champ players. Luis Enrique did well for Fulchester when Ryan was cheating for some reason.
Luis Enrique was one. I can't remember who I swapped in. Who Horse wanted for him? Oh, Ronnie Woolwork, and I was like, was it Ronnie Woolwork or? I can't remember. It was somebody, and I was like, I'll take Enrique because it gives you a place on the bench.
He's got a lot of position in him. I like him. I do like him. I've never had him in a competitive sense, but it's you've got a very, very solid side. Mendy did very well in that position for Bison's last season. Simeone and Petrov, you got a bit more creativity there with Petrov as well. Who's I think is he 18 for AMC and editor? So plenty of creativity there. It's a side that should do a bit of damage.
Should do. We'll see. It just feels like a bit of a curse side, to be honest. That when I look at what I started with last season, that should have been able to compete with anybody that side. That what was it? Veron, Van Nistelrooy. It was incredibly strong and just did nothing. So I've gone a bit different now and brought in players that did well for other people in the hope that.
I get it, mate. I get it. I've been there and done it in this. I've done it in this league this season. I've done it in other leagues before. It just happens, doesn't it? You just want to.
We'll see. So second to last game tonight, Memphis Rangers Gators. I'll ask you for a prediction. I'm not going to be involved.
I fancy it. I know you were talking obviously pre going live about not being able to beat it, but I fancy you for the 2-1 win here, mate.
2-1 win. We'll see. That'll be, I think, the first time it happened in all the testing. Right, let's have a go. So Gators kick us off straight away. And there we go. 2 minutes in, Vieira makes it 1-0.
Well, that's it. That's his one.
That's his one, is it? 10 minutes on the clock, and it is all Rains. And it is 2. There we go. Cordova makes it 2-0. 2-1. Clive gets one back, though. So it is 2-1. And Clive makes it 2-2. And we have a injury goal as well. And I haven't seen Rock, so there's an obvious choice, so we'll do that, shall we?
Yeah, it's got to be on it. I mean, I know he likes Lubo. I mean, it's a great free transfer if you can get him in at the start of the game.
And we are 2-2 with 17 minutes gone. That's interesting, but I take it it's just updating at the moment. And we will kick back off here. Impenza with a chance. Impenza makes it 3-2. What a 20 minutes we've had here. Gators with another chance.
It's about time the ASAL became what it's supposed to be.
3-2. This is... And we get to half time, and it is Reigns 2, Gators 3. And that is... Well, we did all right. There you go. 5 and 5 on target. We'll go across to Reigns. We haven't seen Rocks, but Cordoba on an 8. Goalkeeper's on a 5 and swapped out. Other than that, all 7s. Just check conditions. Nothing to worry about for him there. Across to my Gators. Mendieta on a 6. Seedorf on a 6. Clive out with 2 on an 8. Hoffman and Petrov doing well, as we said. So I'm not going to make any changes there. It's completely open, but we will stick with that. And we'll go to 60 minutes. .49 on the clock. It's still end-to-end. Clive out with a chance. And it's 3-3, and it's Solas that gets it. And it's 4-3, so that makes it 4-3. Donny with a chance goes just wide. And we get to 60. And it's 5-3. This is, yeah. And Buffon is letting us down in goal again. So we're going to swap the keeper. And then just carry on. 5-3. Reigns, Vieira up to a 9. 8 for Gomez. So that's Cordoba. Addition-wise, they are all good. And, yeah, 6 shots on target. 5 of them are scored. Buffon, not great.
Yeah, he's got a tendency for it, mate. Hasn't he? But for what's supposed to be the best keeper in the game, he's got a massive tendency for it.
70 minutes played. And an injury to Mendieta as well, just to complete it. Let's just go... What are we on? Raquel, mate. And carry on.
Were it this expansive in all your testing?
Yeah. Normally, though, I didn't score 3. So I'm hoping it's just Rox's setup. But happy to score 3 at least. You know, that's good. And I think a very good Rox win there. I wonder if Buffon was having a better game. That might have been, on a 4 when he come off in the end. Other than that, I actually did okay. Petrov, Donny on a 9, Clivert with 2, and Penza with 1. It was just goalkeeper that let us down. He's come off injured on a 5. That was
1-9.
Stats wise, 6 and 6 on target, 10 and 8. A good game though.
Yeah, it's not a 5-3 game. Brilliant entertaining for neutral, like has been said. And we're done.
Excellent. We'll just go to stats. Where my assists come from, Hoffman, Petrov, and Donny. Excellent. Right, we go across to your game, Alcatraz. So Alcatraz line up. Victoria in goal, Maldini, Lucio, Candela, Davids, Emerton, Nedved, Zambrotta, Nikiforenko, Brozek, and Pizarro. Candela and Emerton playing central DMC. Interesting?
Yeah, well, my first ever game in Super League, I played 3 DMCs at wingers. I played Roberto Carlos in that Candela role there. I think I had 14 chances, 7 on target, and I played Agis. Because they were first season as Agis. I lost 1-0. They had 1 shot on target. It can work. It can work. Obviously, I've just been clicking through when I've been testing, and this isn't what I expected. So, I'm getting bummed, getting dry bummed here.
No transfers for Alcatraz at all. Across to you. Yeah, so the big news is Totti plays on 81% at AMC. And the fact that we've gone 5 across the middle. But you're saying the testing wise, this is looking good.
Yeah, it was more the Totti thing. He didn't come off injured in a couple of games I tried. So, and he scored in both of them. So that's just my thinking. I've got no real attacking options other than Moroso on the bench. So hopefully, if he can, I'm not even bothered if he scores. If he can just get through 90, not make it a 8-month injury. But yeah, I'm massively wasting Lizarazu and Contra for definite, playing them in them positions because Contra was just class. But you know, I love this formation. I love it on an home save, and I'll start thinking about when Totti's back properly, trying to, because I think the way I brought Amar in. Obviously, I've got Totti, Emerson, Van Bommel's the centre midfielder in the DMC, and I don't want to play 4 across back and 2 AMCs. So,
yeah,
I think I need a strike. If I'm going to carry on with this, I need a striker that can play one up. Elbear's probably not that man, but anyway, we're rolling. We'll have a go at it.
Last game in the evening, so it's hope for entertainment like the last one, and no predictions. Obviously, it's your side. It should be a good game. Kick us off. Templates, first chance. No, Zara coming back the other way. Totti. Zara. Phrase keeps it out. Right. Van Bommel again. Nicky Ferenko with a strike just wide. Nedved and Brotta with a chance. Pretty even so far. Totti, free kick. Just Totti again, cleared. And involved again. Emerson with a booking. Pizarro. And we get to half-time at 0-0. 4 shots from Alcatraz, 2 on target, just the one from Steam Peaks was on target. We'll go across to you.
I thought we looked a little bit on top in terms of the.
Yeah, text-wise, yeah, it looked like it.
I
thought I thought Totti had a few more attempts than that. It was just the shot from Imar. Condition-wise, Totti's down to 78, but started on 81, so nothing really to worry about.
I tell you what, mate, I'll pull Lizarazu and Contra back to DML Demar with arrows to AMC, please, mate.
Arrows to that.
I just want to get that Contra up to a 6 at least. So, only way to do it is that.
Excellent. We haven't seen Jamie, so we will play on from there. Everybody doing okay for him, to be honest.
Everton in that role.
Everton.
Can you take him off for Seaman?
Sorry?
Can you take him off for Seaman?
We'll put David Collins in goal. Yeah. Let's kick off second half. Gets to 60. And we're nearly at 60, and we are right on 60 minutes. Here we go. Penalty kick right on 60. I've stopped it just on 60. Any changes, or do you want to let the penalty go through?
I'm going to swap Contra for Zidane, mate, just for
Yep.
Gone back to DMR. Hang on a minute. Oh, Kimona for Milevsky as well, please, mate.
Milevsky for Kimona. Like that?
That's him never playing again.
Excellent. And you have a penalty as well. Alcatraz-wise, 6 for Lucio. Everybody okay?
We're missing this one.
You're missing it? I don't know.
Better side.
Have you set a penalty taker? Do you remember back in the
I don't think ever do. I'm always a big fan of the game deciding, if I'm honest.
And it is Zanoni who comes on and puts the penalty away.
Yeah, he's a good penalty taker, Zanoni, as is Milevsky.
Help there with it. Emerson makes it 2 and probably clinches the game. Sambrotto booking. 83, looking good. And there's Sambrotto getting.
It's got Stanage on it.
As well, yeah. Stanage, I think, is the answer for that one. 89 on the clock. And last few. Stanage with a shot, good save. And it's Brose makes it 1-2 here. Sure, we're not going to get. No, and there we go. A good start for Steam Pigs there.
I played this game around about 10 times, and that bastard scored every single time. I kid you not, he is not an AMC for loving the money. He's awful at AMC, but
every time. 5 shots on goal, 5 on target. That's pretty happy with that. Lizarazu did well when he dropped back into DML. Emerson on an 8 as well. Sebastian Frey on an 8. Stats-wise, Elbert with the assist. One of the assists. Pretty good. Alcatraz. Brozek did well.
I love Maldini.
Maldini, did well on a 9 as well. So that is our first round of fixtures in Season 2. So Alcatraz 1, Steam Pigs 2, as we just saw. Dandies 2, Short Pump 2, Drivetrain 2-1 winners over El Loco. Last minute winner, if I remember rightly, after extra time. Memphis Reigns 5, Gators 3 in the most entertainment. Domingo 1, Pelham 2, and Vikings 0, Demons 1. We will have a look at the table, even though it is very early. So Memphis Reigns top the Eastern after their win 5-3. It's Drivetrain, Domingo, Vikings. Central-wise, Pelham top theirs with a win. Dandies second, El Loco and Alcatraz. Western-wise, Steam Pigs, Demons, Short Pump, Gators. Not a lot to show really here. We'll do average ratings. So Kieran Dyer 9, lots of 9s in there. Goals-wise, Celeste got 2, Patrick Kluivert got 2, Ronaldinho 2 as well. So only thing to look at really is next week's fixtures.
Ooh.
They look like this. So it looks like we're back into our conference games. So Drivetrain, Domingo, Memphis Reigns, Vikings, Alcatraz, El Loco Fire, Pelham, Dandies, Demons, Steam Pigs, and Short Pump Gators. Big game in our conference next week for you?
Yeah, massive. Especially we're down winning tonight as well. It's for both of us. It's an early chance to put a marker down and try and keep yourself there. But I don't like playing against them. I think I did well against him in playoffs, but I don't think I did well in the league games against him because he's too unpredictable. But I don't think I'll be playing this formation I played today much. But it was just because Totti were injured. But Totti got through it. Hopefully he might be fit for the next game. They just need to have a little bit of a tweak around, and But I tell you what, it's been a great night.
Yep.
Slow start and then goals galore, really, weren't there?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So unfortunately, my game of the night let down by my goalkeeper.
Yeah.
5-3 though. Good entertainment is what we like. Excellent. So I will move the save on. I see Savage has just asked me to set up the 24, so I will do that as well. And I think there is a transfer as well to try and do. So I'll do that as well. Thank you very much for joining me, mate. That was good.
No problem, mate. I think especially first time after a load of transfers for the first time, it needed somebody to bounce off a little bit, and I just sort of put me out to anybody. Just we all love it. I think a lot of us love this bit more than Super League at the minute. So just put your hands up and just come on every now and then. It'd be great. But yeah, it massively good. Don't expect it on Wednesday, but on a Sunday when family time, you can be not family off for an hour. And but no, I really enjoyed tonight. If I'd got beat 4-0, I'd still really enjoyed tonight, mate. And
yeah, no, definitely
up the All Stars.
The All Stars indeed. Excellent. Cheers. Thank you very much. Thank you, everybody. As I said, I will move it on. I will put the save on the drive, and I might even do packs, although I might do them when I get back from work tomorrow night. We will see. Thank you very much. Good night, all.
That was.